Hello everyone and greetings. Today we're going to talk about how much Subaru loves Amelia. Just kidding, all ReZero references aside, we're going to be taking on Amelia. And it actually has occurred to me, in terms of being effective, I might have given some bad advice. It is tricky advice that you need to not do something, but it might not actually be a bad idea to fight Amelia prior to fighting Dark Beast Parl or the Bloodstarved Beast in this type of run. I'll go over why after we defeat her. Right now I'm looking at some Numbing Mist. Amelia has the ability to heal herself. Numbing Mist is much like the Hunter's Charm in Dark Souls 3 or Lloyd's Talisman, in that it prevents, Estus recovery, and it prevents hunters from using blood vials for PvP, and it also prevents Amelia from utilizing the heal spell to heal herself in the boss fight. I'm actually not going to be utilizing it in this fight. With the amount of strength we have and the combination of the Beast Blood pellets along with the... how should I put this? Along with the fire paper, there we go, and all the bonus damage we get from being serrated, Amelia's going to die rather quickly, which has kind of been the theme for this section of the game. The theme of this run is more to, how you say... dominate and be as prepared and strong as possible before coming to an ultimate encounter. And finally, this is the ultimate encounter we have to take. It's kind of struck in me there. I think she might have the same voice actress as the Maiden in Black. It sounds very similar. Could be completely off, but it sounds similar to me. So, Amelia, for me, was the first real Stonewall boss. I was able to get through Cleric Beast in my very first playthrough, and I was able to cheese Gascoigne with the axe. But Amelia was the first Stonewall where I had to... I would probably consider it cheating. In my very first playthrough... Oh no. Let's talk about the fight itself. Go after her limbs. Go after her arms. They put her in stagger states quite easily. I actually did a double stagger to her there and lost my shot at a repost, but it doesn't matter. That's not where I'm getting my damage right now. I'm getting my damage just from striking her with the weapon. She's going down very quick. She hasn't really had much chance to actually attack. And if you do this fight right, you can go to each limb in order. You go arm, leg, arm, head. You can pretty much kill her without her even getting a chance to swing. But as I was saying, Amelia was a boss I had to cheese in a hard way. Oh, sorry, back to this. Gold Pendant. This is the reason I think it might not be a bad idea to fight Amelia before doing that. Just don't touch Lawrence's skull there. Because this gem is probably the best gem you could get for fighting the Bloodstarved Beast or Dark Beast Parl. It gives you a 16% damage boost to beasts, which is a really sizable chunk at this point in the game. But yeah, I had to do an old cheat where you start the fight, quit the game, walk into the fight, and I don't know if I did anything special, but I just did what I thought would work. And Amelia would not be aggroed in my first playthrough. Not proud, but in your first playthrough and introduction to these types of games, you do what you can. I was actually relatively new to the Souls series by this point in playing the game.
Master Willem, I've come to bid you farewell.
Oh, I know. You think now to betray me.
No, but you will never listen. I tell you, I will not forget our adage.
We are born of the blood, made men by the blood, undone by the blood. Our eyes are yet to open.
Fear the old blood.
Fear the
I
old
must
blood.
take my leave.
But can Master Willem see why kids love the taste of Cinnamon Toast Crunch? Also not a sponsor of this
Fear it, Lawrence.
video series, but if they want to, I'm super down. Get in touch with me, Kellogg's. I can see why kids love the taste of Cinnamon Toast Crunch. It's got to be the cinnamon swirls. Or the blood. Anyway, so it might not actually be, if you stop short of touching the skull, it might not be a bad idea to, in fact, fight Amelia before you fight Dark Beast Parl and Bloodstarved Beast. Not that we needed any more damage, but if you want to be even more ridiculous...
Welcome home, good hunter.
There you go.
What is it you desire?
At this point, we progress
Very
into the
well.
next
Let me
phase of
stand
the
close.
game. We unlock a couple areas immediately. Well, a few areas immediately. So for one, we open the DLC with this item right here.
May
This will give us access to the DLC. After we progress, I think the next house we talk to will be a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man who will invite us into a lecture hall. And then we also unlock the Forbidden Woods themselves. Within the Forbidden Woods, we can unlock a couple areas as well. We can unlock Canehurst Castle, where that might just be it. But yeah, that might be all of them after that. So, but we still have a lot of places we can go to at this point. From defeating Amelia, just by defeating Amelia, we get to go through the next throng of areas where you're expected to pretty much at this point at least have a +6 weapon or be working close towards it. The regular drop is now going to be twin bloodstone shards. So that's basically the idea there. They're expecting you at this point to work towards having a +6 weapon before progressing much further in the game. Now we actually do have access, if you don't mind doing some farming, access to a +9 weapon, and I'll be covering that in more detail in a later episode. At this point, I just kind of wanted to buy all the items and get ready for it. Now, if you have not done your quest lines, if you haven't done Amelia, or not Amelia, sorry, Eileen, now's your last chance. When crossing into the Forbidden Woods, from what I understand, is the point at which her quest will go sour. So you need to go fight Heinrich before progressing into the Forbidden Woods. Otherwise, Eileen will take you as a blood-drunk hunter and try to put you down like the dog that you are. So at this point, I'm just going to show the path to the Forbidden Woods. We're going to hear a little bit of lore from our good friend Alfred. And that'll be the end of this episode. A very quick one. That's why I decided to do a couple episodes in quick succession here. Because it's more of like a couple bosses. And then I think I'll do another one shortly after, before progressing into the Forbidden Woods, showing off the new areas that we can go to. I have to admit, the Forbidden Woods, not necessarily challenging or anything, is probably my least favorite level in this game. It's not that they're bad, it's just the style of it is very cryptic and labyrinthine. Not that it's a bad thing, it's just very easy to get lost there, and I struggle with it. And here is our friend Alfred with a message about vampires. So we need to be quiet.
Oh, good to see you safe. Now, let's think up something to discuss. Just tell me what piques your interest. Ah, there's something I want to tell you. A bit of wisdom from the eminent master Logarius. Once, a scholar betrayed his fellows at Bergenworth and brought forbidden blood back with him to Canehurst Castle. It was there that the first of the inhuman Vile Bloods was born. The Vile Bloods are fiendish creatures who threaten the purity of the Church's blood healing. The ruler of the Vile Bloods is still alive today. And so, to honor my master's wishes, I search for the path to Canehurst Castle. I bid you farewell. It has been a pleasure. May the good blood guide your way.
And then we're going to make our way down to this door, because we have the password now.
The password.
Now, I'm not sure of the exact point, but it might be here. This might be the point where as soon as you walk through here, or it might be actually as soon as you cross into the threshold and get the insight and the little ding for Forbidden Woods, that Eileen will become aggressive. Other side quest lines will also take a step forward as well. Another area we will be unlocking is Yosefka's Clinic, actually, because we need to do that in order to get to Canehurst Castle. Anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful day and are staying safe.